So I'm a little bit late on Hurricane Erin, but I will talk about it right now and just see what's going on. About the moment, 12Z, it is Carolina's going to be affected, North Carolina, and then it's going to move on, but this probably might be the second storm behind it, because it was showing it last night, but now it's not showing a second storm actually, but this is the main one, showing stalling, not going anywhere. But then there's this over here. But this is way too far away for it to even tell. So Euro showing it. Wow, it's getting so close. But it's still not showing that second storm. Let's see how close it is. Wow, that is so close to the Carolinas. Look how close that is. At the 18Z, it was showing another one as occurring to the Carolinas and then going up into the Northeast. So now it's not saying that anymore. So there's two waves coming off of Africa. This one with 30%, and this one with 60% 7 days, and 10% in 48 hours. So this, I guess, is what they both look like. Look pretty good. This one looks a little bit more together than the other one does. But North Carolina, some of Virginia, and just barely some of Delaware is supposed to be slightly affected by maybe tropical storm force winds. No 50 knot winds and no hurricane winds for anyone. Arrival time winds is anywhere between to North Carolina Wednesday 2 p.m. and Delaware, maybe the coast of New Jersey, anywhere between Wednesday 2 p.m. and Thursday 8 a.m. So it's moving pretty fast. So at the time I'm recording this, it's 5:12 p.m. Bermuda and Delaware has a tropical storm watch, and some of Virginia also maybe. But North Carolina has a tropical storm warning, so that's what they have to worry about, because it did weaken down back to a hurricane. Is not coming back a major hurricane anymore. The peak surge on the North Carolina coast can be anywhere from 1 to 3 feet and 2 to 4 feet. The rip currents are going to be high for today, tomorrow, and probably the next few days, because it's probably going to be high, and I'm gonna look at it in a minute until it goes way out here. Kind of weird because they have a tropical storm warning, but don't look like they're getting any rain. So looking at the GFS, the waves are ready by the Carolinas at, well, let me push this back a little bit. At the time of recording this, already in the coast, still 6 feet. That's still pretty high, at least 5 feet. But as this thing goes upwards and it's supposed to grow and get closer to the Carolinas, it's supposed to be up to right here, 14 to 19 foot waves. And Delaware, anywhere from 11 feet to 13 foot, even 15 foot waves. And then up here, as it starts to pass, up to 15-foot waves, even along the coast. If we go to Atlantic City, 13-foot waves across the coast, even inside the coast. Look at here, 10 feet wave. Oh, I forgot about my Bermuda too. Look at this. Peak surge as it goes by in the middle, so about 45, maybe 50 feet. All around Bermuda is just anywhere from 18 to probably 20 feet. The Euro kind of showing the same thing. A little bit higher waves, actually. Slightly higher. 16, 17 foot waves. Yeah. Up to probably 20 feet waves. Okay, so the Carolinas might get a little bit of rain from it, because the way this is looking. If we look at wind gusts, let's go to the GFS. Not a whole lot of wind. It has so much like growth. It's gonna at least bring 30 miles an hour wind gusts, even without it being clouds to like the East Coast, and with it being close, about 40. And one more thing I do want to say, there is a crazy cool down coming, because look how cool it gets after a while. It gets really cool. Look how cool it gets at night. By Monday the 25th. 40 degrees. Now it's normal for that, but down here, while over on the west coast, really, really warm. Really warm. Definitely California. Still pretty warm across the east coast though. But yeah, that was the rest of the video. I hope y'all just see what's happened. One last thing I do want to say is one night when I was going to sleep, it said category 1. I woke up the next morning, like 8 hours of category 5, which is probably the fastest strengthening I've seen in a while. In 8 hours, it grew about, I think, about 60, 70 miles per hour wind, and the gust was 190, 180, something like that. But, bye.